weekly band crawl, and after what I think we determined was almost 5 months, we have done it. We have done it. We have Mark and Joey from Jackknife, which first of all, you're the longest outbook band I've ever done. Sometimes I have like a month. I've never done 5, right? So that's how busy you guys are, and I'm excited because even though I play in a dance band, I'm really into the kind of stuff you guys play, right? Like I'm a big Torn fan, I'm a big Rocketfly fan. That's the kind of stuff I personally enjoy, and so I was excited to get you guys on the show.
Cool. Thanks for having
and
me.
actually, so I had to learn a bunch too, because this is the first time I even got to chat with you. Was yesterday when you were double checking the directions, right? I've just seen you on the van crawl. So for anybody who doesn't know Jackknife, first of all, they can see you this weekend because you're at Castleberry's.
Castleberry.
Now is that your first time here in this side of town?
Yeah, the first time at Castleberry's. Yeah.
But you don't even normally make it down this way, right? And for anyone who doesn't know, I'm in Longwood, right? So I'm by Post Time, all those places. I don't think I remember seeing you guys out our way.
Not as Jackknife.
We played at the one place in Sanford. What was it? The Alley.
Really?
We played once in the
Awesome.
Alley, yes.
Okay, as Jackknife?
As Jackknife, yeah.
Okay. And are you guys going to head back there? Are we going to go start getting more local dates?
It's all up to Nicole.
Okay. All right. We gotta talk to Nicole and Chris. So tell, for anybody who doesn't know, right? They come to a Jackknife show. Now I like that on the poster, you kind of tell us what we're getting. Right? You have band names, you have band logos, and that's how I actually knew what you did, because I haven't gotten to see the band other than the videos, etc. But for anybody who doesn't know, tell them about Jackknife.
We're 70s and 80s classic hard rock. We do everything from Foreigner, Pat Benatar, Heart, Kansas, Journey, but then we get into the heavy stuff: Iron Maiden, Skid Row, Metallica. We got Motley Crue, Van Halen,
Dio, AC/DC. Did you mention AC/DC?
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses.
So as we're talking now, just to clarify, Mark is on vocals.
Yep.
Normally you would, and you play bass, although not in the band.
Yes.
Okay.
He's not allowed.
So the reason
Only when my bass player can't make it.
Okay, and the reason I'm pointing out that Mark is the lead vocalist is, this is Mark, and he said Pat Benatar.
I did.
And
I said Heart.
And Heart. So tell me about that. Like, you guys are doing female songs also.
Yes.
Okay, now those aren't lower end female songs. What Pat Benatar are you doing? Do you remember off the top of your head? Heartbreaker. Okay, and for, I think we said already that for Heart it's Barracuda.
Barracuda, yes.
Okay, like, that's not low.
No, that's
you know
not
what
low.
I mean? So like, no problem, no issue, no nothing.
No. I mean, I've been playing Barracuda for probably going close to 15 years between Jackknife and my previous band.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, that's a pretty wide range.
Yeah.
To go,
It's a great song.
It's a terrific song. And before we got on here, we were talking a little bit about Jasmine Kane. So she got to see you do Barracuda.
Yes. Yep. She seen me do Barracuda. She told me one time that I'm the reason why she does Barracuda.
She's fantastic.
Yeah, and
if you haven't seen a Jasmine Kane show, definitely check it out. So, and before I jump in fully to Jackknife, for anybody who knew the band before, Unchained Chaos was your band.
Yes.
Right? And that was, you guys are out of Ocala.
Yes.
Yep.
Right? So was that also more an Ocala area band? I saw them a couple of times, but I don't remember where, because it was like, I think we said 2014, 15, somewhere in there.
2014 is probably about the last time we gigged.
And how long has Jackknife been around?
Since 2014, but I had a prior band for about 2 years, so 2012 really is when I had started the band. It was under a different name. It wasn't Jackknife, it was Mild Disturbance.
Okay.
And then, after about 2 years, we went through a couple of different players. My bass player, Jim Quinkington, Jim Q, we call him Jim Q.
Yeah.
He's the only one that stayed. So.
Okay. So Jim's original.
Jim's an original one.
And you're original.
Yep, me and him.
Are you original, or how long have you been
now
with him?
He is, yeah.
Now he is?
I've been in the band since 2014, so I guess.
No, that counts.
I guess that
that counts.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we start getting into decade area, then that counts.
Yep.
And then who's on drums?
Mike Hatfield is on drums.
Okay.
He's been with us for
almost 2 years.
Yeah, not quite 2 years. And on lead guitar we have Rob Ross.
Okay.
And Rob is a shredder from Sturgis, South Dakota.
Nice.
Rapid City.
Yep.
Rapid City.
He moved here during COVID.
Okay.
During the when all the bars were closed and everything else, and even when the bars opened and they didn't have money to pay bands, and we had lost our guitar player at that time, and so Rob Rob answered our ad on Facebook, and we hooked up and we started jamming with him.
He was like an instant click.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Great guitar player.
Sometimes that happens.
And it's funny because he grew up in Rapid City, where Jasmine Cain's from. So they were friends, and he was one of her first guitar players.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
When they were growing up, yeah.
It's incredible how small the circle
Yeah.
is.
He's played Sturgis many times with his other bands and opened for Huey Lewis.
Which is right behind you, actually, on
Pretty
the wall
cool,
there.
yeah.
There's my Huey Lewis.
Oh,
There he is right there.
Big Huey Lewis
The
fan.
first rock concert I ever been to.
Really?
The sports tour.
Okay, yeah, that's what that's from, actually.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Yeah, it's incredible how small the circle is. I have a friend of mine, I went to high school, a little town in New Jersey, and my friend's brother, Dave Reynolds, is down here now, and I've actually sat in and got to play a gig with him once.
Oh, nice.
And we both grew up in little teeny town in New Jersey, and then it's a very small community, which is exceptionally
You're from Jersey?
I am. Can you tell?
I'm from Brooklyn.
I'm born in Brooklyn, right?
you
You
go.
have to be born in Brooklyn to live in New Jersey.
Right.
You have to move from
Usually
New York
we tell
to
them
New
stay on the
Jersey.
other side of the bridge.
Right. I had to move from New York to New Jersey, and
He's
then of course-
Connecticut. He was
I'm
from
from
Connecticut.
Connecticut
Really?
originally, yeah.
I don't think anybody's from Florida.
My bass player's from upstate New York.
My kids are.
Oh well, there you go. Mine too, actually. So yes, I guess we're spreading the natural population. So you guys. So other than your drummer, everybody's been with the band quite a while,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And so was the drum slot the position that gave you guys the hardest time? Like every band has that one slot they go through playing.
Drumming.
No,
guitar.
it was lead guitar.
Lead guitar.
Was it? That was us too.
Rob is our fourth lead guitar player since 2014.
I think I may have you beat. Let's see. We had Dan Rods, who was fantastic, but a rock and roll guy, and we're a dance band.
Yep.
We had Scotty Romans, who plays with Strut.
Uh-huh.
Fantastic guitar player,
Yep.
but again, these guys all love rock and roll, and I'm making them play, Pink. I had Sterling, who's the guitar player for Rocket Fly and Tribucon. Again, absolutely ridiculous
I know
guitar
both of
player.
those bands,
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous guitar player, sings everything, but again, he plays with Tribucon and Rocket Fly, and I had him playing Uptown Funk. We had Gene Wexler, who left during the pandemic because he thought his job might have moved him, and so that was the time to step back.
Right.
And so now we had Aaron, but Aaron only did a little while, and then his job got too busy, and now we have Dave Mander. So I'm on number 6.
You're on number 6.
I'm on number 6. I'm
You
one
got
ahead.
us beat. You got us beat.
Two
Man.
ahead. You're 2 ahead.
Oh, are you? You've only had 4?
Yeah, we're on 4. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm 2 ahead. See, that's not a good thing. Dave Mander can't leave though. It's Dave Mander on the lead guitar.
But
Guy's
it's,
fantastic.
Jackknife, it's such a good fit. Everyone gets along with everyone. No drama.
Which is what you
Not
want.
a drama
Yeah.
guy.
Which is
what
You
you
know, we all get together, we do our thing, we get out there, we kick your ass for the night and have a good time.
Now,
You know.
do you guys rehearse?
We
Every
do.
band does that. They're like, no, we don't.
Well,
We haven't
we
rehearsed,
haven't
in
rehearsed
about a
while.
year.
Yeah. But
We
Really?
bring out new songs
on a whim.
and we're like, everybody know your parts? Are you confident? Are we good? All right, let's try it.
Make sure everyone's doing the same exact song. No alternate
We have that.
versions,
Yeah.
no
I post a version and then
edit
they're like, oh, I
versions.
meant this one. Yeah.
This is the version.
Yeah.
And you know what? I would say 9 times out of 10, we knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
We do it. We come up there and let's do it.
Well,
And we just
there's 5 guys.
Mm-hmm.
We're all married.
Yeah.
Most of us have kids.
Yeah.
We all have jobs.
Yeah.
I own my own business.
Okay.
So it's just hard to get together.
It's hard enough to, book shows.
Yeah.
When I do my calendar, I'll do 3 months in a row, and I'll tell the guys, tell me what you can't do. And then I get all these scratch marks. So now, okay, well, I only have these dates to book.
Right.
So that's why
Right.
I have to work around a lot of things to try and book the band because I only have certain dates a month to
Right.
do it.
Of course, based on everyone's schedule.
You're giving me here's 6 dates for this month, but now I only have 3 I can book.
Right.
So
we
it's
go through the
tough.
same thing. I'll tell you where we're fortunate. We do rehearse almost weekly.
Oh, wow.
We do, and a lot of times, we're making our own version of something because
Right.
again, we're a dance band. A lot of these songs don't have a guitar,
Right,
Or they don't
right.
have a real drum. They have an iMac, or
Yep.
they have whatever. And so we can't usually just be like, everybody listen to it and learn it because we're going to do something with it. And I'm fortunate that the guys in the band can all do that. But we're in the same boat. I totally get it. It's
Right.
very hard.
We're spread out. See,
Yeah.
me, Mark, and Rob, we're in Ocala.
Yeah, we live about
My bass player,
5 to 10
Jim,
miles from each other.
He's in Leesburg,
He's in
and my
Leesburg.
drummer's in Denellen.
in Denellen.
So
Oh,
we're
yeah.
spread out.
Yeah, which is 45 minutes just to come to my house for
Yeah,
rehearsal.
that's seeing. I think some of the guys for this are probably 20 to 25 minutes.
Yeah.
It gets hard. I mean, like you said, you
Yeah.
get home from work at 6 o'clock.
Yep.
You know, can you even get
And,
to rehearsal
and
at
our
8
drummer
o'clock?
our drummer works nights.
He works at night.
So you guys
He
just
works for
aren't-
Amazon,
Yeah.
so he's an IT tech.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
He's an IT tech, so great drummer. You know,
Yeah,
he's a great
fantastic.
drummer. So here's the song. There's your part. We're not hiding anything on the song. Here's the song.
Yeah.
Learn your part. I'm rhythm guitar. We got my lead guitar. We got bass, vocals, and drums. So as long as you know your part, we should be able to just go out there and play.
Right.
There should be no problem with a rehearsal. We all know the songs.
No, you probably just work out the ending
So-
and that's the end of it.
The ending is the only hard part.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes
Right.
they'll just fade out. And we're like, oh, what are we gonna do here? You know. And
Hey, talk
so-
about it and play.
And
we
and
figure
we-
it out.
Usually
But,
we just do it.
You
on
know,
the
we all
fly
do
and-
a Castleberry this weekend, and we have 2 brand new songs that we haven't rehearsed.
All right, so what are you doing? I want to know what the 2 new ones are. Because
We're
now
do-
I want to see how they go. Tell me what the new ones are.
We're doing
Okay.
the Cars,
Which one?
Just What I Needed,
Awesome. Okay.
and we're doing Billy Squire, Lonely as the Night.
Nice.
So you know,
Okay.
I looked around. I don't see any bands doing the Cars. The Cars was such a great band.
They are.
You know, they have a good library of music.
Yep.
You know, we don't have a keyboard player, but
Oh, okay. So you're
They're-
turning into a guitar part.
we kind of try
yeah.
and turn
That,
it
yeah,
into
that,
guitar.
you know, yeah. When we pick bands like that have heavy keyboards, we try to say, okay, can the guitar player do this, and will it sound all right?
Right.
You
Can
know.
you make it fit?
Can you
But-
make it work?
You know, we want to do. We know we are a hard rock party band. You know, so we do a lot of our dancey kind of songs, Billy Squire, Journey, Kansas, Styx, Foreigner. We try and do that like in the beginning. First set, maybe like the beginning of the second
The more
set.
people hang out and
But we
drink
want
and whatever.
to really kick your ass at the end.
Right.
With Skid Row, Iron Maiden, AC/DC. We want to hit you at the end because by that time, everyone's just so enthralled and they don't want to leave because we've had so many people come up to us like, you're a roller coaster ride. We don't know what you're going to play next. We've
Yeah,
had a lot
right.
of people get in trouble because they stayed because they had no idea what we were going to play next. We're
Yeah.
playing Kansas in the Journey into Guns N' Roses. They're like, what?
Right.
You know, it's just a roller
Into
coaster
lead of
ride.
four- into lead of
we do
four.
lead of
But
four.
see, that's
now,
great
yeah.
though, right?
You know?
Because we try to do the same thing. My thing is always, if you don't like what we're playing now, just hang out for 2 songs.
Right.
You like what we're playing then.
Right.
And you
Right.
try and move through. And we don't have that. We have a pretty good variety, but we don't get heavy.
Right.
It's
Right.
nice that you guys go from, Iron Maiden to the Cars. If you
Well,
if you
the
slow
Cars
those on a
would-
graph,
right,
right.
you know that's
But
a heck of a sign.
Iron Maiden wouldn't be played in the beginning.
Well, the
No,
fun,
I'm
the
sure
funny
it
the
wouldn't.
funny story about the Iron Maiden song is, we do the Trooper,
Okay.
And-
Awesome.
and it's always the last song. Like the last song is Highway to Hell.
Highway to Hell.
Okay.
And usually everybody's like, oh, come on, play one more. So we found a song that we love that not as many people are familiar with.
So they won't ask.
So we play that, and we're like, all right, it's time to leave.
Right. You guys don't know that. Get right out.
See now,
But then you get a couple guys that are like, oh my God.
Played Maiden.
and then you get tons of people, Man in the Box, Man in
Oh,
the
yeah.
Box. Well,
We don't play that.
we did for a while.
We did for a long time.
Did you just get tired of it?
Yeah, it is permanently retired and will never be played by us again.
So how many? So we have this huge list. How many songs do you guys know? I mean, it's rough.
Well, because we've had lineup changes and stuff,
Right.
when we bring the new guys in, some of the songs got dropped and other stuff got added.
Sure.
So we probably really only have about 45.
Which is more than enough for
We
a night.
only play one night a weekend.
But we
and
also
we
have
only
a
play
list.
and we only play two nights a month.
Oh,
Two
really?
week-
Yes.
yeah, 2
Okay.
weekends a
I
month.
feel like I saw you more than that, but I guess not.
Yeah.
Sometimes it might be 3.
Yeah.
It depends.
Okay.
It depends on like this one.
In March
was
and
offered,
October,
like September. Like
yeah.
we're playing Castleberry this weekend. We were off next weekend, and then we were doing a Rabbit Fest, which is sponsored by Writer Now magazine.
Okay.
It's my friend Mike, and he does a Rabbit Fest, and it's a $10 donation to get in.
Okay. What are
You
they
get-
donating to?
They're donating it to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
A fantastic cause.
That's going to be a great time. It's at a party at his house in Summerfield,
Nice. Okay.
and big property. And Stan from Evil Monkey.
That one I don't know.
That's an they're more
Evil Monkey
Ocala based.
been an Ocala based band, but
For a long time.
They've been around a long time. Bike
Okay.
Week, Biketoberfest, they've played. And Stan has another band now, and he's the one that was doing the booking for Mike, which is his nickname is Rabbit.
Okay.
And so we got on that. We wanted to do it because Rabbit loves us, and we figured, well, you know, we want to get back, so we're doing it for free.
We did it about three or 4 years ago.
Yeah. But
we did it, and we had a great time.
It's a great time.
You get to see the other bands. You get to hang out.
There's two other bands.
You know, there's no pressure.
Right.
No, it's just a fun go out.
My bass player is going to run sound for the whole thing.
Yeah, that's your guy, right?
Yeah,
your guys.
Guy,
Now you run sound from the stage.
Yes.
Yeah. And he's got the iPad that he has on his. But we also have our phones that are linked to our monitors.
Right. So you can adjust what you want.
I can just adjust what I want. We all use in-ears, but sometimes at a smaller place like the Boot Hill Saloon or Castleberry, I'm not going to use them because it's just small. He'll use them because he likes to just hear his voice.
Yeah.
So that's all he likes to hear is himself.
That's right. He's a singer.
No, that's not true. I just don't like to hear any other singer.
You don't want to hear
Right. Because you're singing it right, and you don't need anybody getting in the way.
I try. I do back vocals.
He does
I do the vocals.
Okay. Are you the only other singer?
Yeah.
Is it just okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes my bass player will come in during like maybe Judas Priest or something.
Right. Yeah.
But he's not really like the background vocal.
Right. He's gonna do some gang vocals.
When it comes to like Kansas or Styx or any songs that consider a lot of vocals, backing vocals, that's me.
Well, some of the stuff.
And I have a pedal. I have a cheap pedal that does.
To harmonize. I was just
going
to say because you're not like your average person isn't harmonizing on Barracuda.
Right.
No.
I mean, although I don't think
there aren't any.
But you get what I'm saying.
we do like Carry On My Wayward Son.
Yeah, that's
you
all.
Need like four or
five.
You need like four or five guys to fill those parts out.
We also do Night Ranger. Don't Tell Me You Love Me.
Nice, I love that song.
So
I still have to get
that's a lot of background vocal.
My problem is always that and it's the same problem everybody else has.
Yeah.
When we're playing, you're playing. When you're playing, we're playing.
Yep.
It's always and then my wife we play 3 weekends a month.
Right.
And so my wife sits through the okay, we're playing 3 weekends a month.
On
the fourth weekend,
going to a bar.
I'm like, so what are we doing? I'm like, we're gonna go see this band. And she's like, no, really, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And she's cool about it. She likes to go out and see them, but sometimes she's like, you know what? It's been like 3 months. We're not.
Yeah,
we're going here.
Something.
Like, okay, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So tell me, so if you're not rehearsing. Which, by the way, I only wish I had the talent for that. Like, I'll tell you right now, I am the guy who tells the band we're going to rehearse because I'll walk in and think I'm doing this and they're doing that. So kudos to you and all. There's a lot of other bands that are doing that and killing it.
Right.
So kudos to you. But since you're not rehearsing, who's picking the songs? How are you picking the songs? Like, how's this happen?
Well, the funny story is when I joined the band in 2014, I got asked to do a couple of gigs. Okay. They had a singer. He had left.
Well, he didn't leave. I had to get rid of him.
Okay. Well,
he was shown the door.
He was shown the door.
He was shown the door.
And he was shown the door because the guitar player's son was gonna be the singer.
Okay.
And then he backed out.
Okay.
And so the guitar player from back then, him and I had played in a band years and years ago. He's like, well, let me call Mark and see if he can do these gigs. So he called me and he's like, what do you think? I said, all right. I said,
right.
I said, look, Unchained Chaos is pretty much over. We might have had a couple of shows left to do, but it was all it was falling apart.
You were done. Yeah.
Yeah, it was falling apart. It was obvious. And I said, all right, send me the list. And I looked at the list. I was like, ooh, it's a bad list.
I'll do the gig,
but I'll do the gig. I said, but
I'll help you out.
I'm just the fill-in guy.
All right.
I'll do the best I can on these songs that I don't know the words to, and I'll print them out and I'll study them as much as I can. I'll probably have paper with me on stage.
Sure.
But so be it.
Okay.
And so I did the first gig or two, and then they asked me, well, would you consider being the singer? And I said, well, look.
As long as we don't sing that.
The first rule is if I'm the singer, I have total autonomy over the set list.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna pick the songs.
We can suggest songs.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna pick the song. Now that doesn't hold true anymore.
Right.
But we had people trying to play songs that they weren't in their wheelhouse, weren't in their capabilities. And I was like, if you can't shred like Eddie Van Halen,
then don't
you
play.
can't play Van Halen.
Then don't play it.
Okay? But that doesn't mean you can't play Foreigner. That doesn't mean you can't play something where the guitar solo isn't have to be note to note.
The guitar player we had,
because he was a rock and roll bluesy guitar player.
Right.
He wasn't a shredder.
Yeah. And he'd tell you that. And So I started picking songs that fit the guys in the band, and that weren't so
out of the top
played out. And I mean, it wasn't Mustang Sally, but it wasn't far.
Wasn't
right. Understood. Understood. Right. Understood.
Right. You know.
And so did you basically scrapped your set list?
About half.
Yeah.
About half.
And then said, here's now you don't control the set list anymore.
No, I mean we all kind of
throw songs out.
We throw songs out and we wait till we have a majority.
It's like
consensus.
I threw the cars out. Hey, you guys want to do the cars? Just what I needed. No one's doing any cars.
Yeah,
and it's a great song. Sure, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. You know.
See, we were teasing people because we do "Everybody Wants You" from Billy Squier.
Oh, sure.
But the opening was "Lonely as the Night."
Yeah, we would do.
And then it would go in instead of doing that.
Yep.
Well, he did "Lonely as the Night," and everyone, oh, that's a great song.
And then he didn't do it.
And then we went to another song, and they were
all right. And Everybody Wants You, good song.
Yeah.
And now we added that one back.
Yeah.
I was hoping you were going to be the first one to be like, I rule the set list with an iron fist.
No.
I did it first.
And the reason I say that is because I personally, right, and there's way more successful bands than mine, I think every band has to have somebody that has the final say. Somebody has to be able to say, okay, it doesn't matter who's saying what, this is what we're doing. Or you don't get anything done.
Right.
And so in my band, that's me.
Yeah.
And I'm the one who does all the booking.
Right. And I think that kind of works mostly in our band with me as somebody suggests something, I'll be like, no. You know?
Well, for you can't just like, okay, I'll tune my guitar and play it. I mean, it's your voice.
Right.
You can, although I heard Cars and I heard Barracuda and I heard Dio and I heard Maiden, so I don't think you have that problem.
No.
But yeah, I mean, you're the one who can't just adjust.
Right.
Like, you can sing what you can sing.
Right.
With us, it's because too many voices that don't agree. You know, so typically my band suggests songs.
Right.
And then a lot of times we do them, but a lot of times we don't. And I just post like, here's the next 3. Here's the next 4.
Right.
He nails.
I
don't know
have
how
to
he
get to
does
the
it,
show.
but he nails.
Well, I'm playing,
vocally.
so Saturday I'm at Fredster's while you're at Castleberry's.
Okay.
But I'm done at 11.
And we're done at 1:30.
You're done at 1:30, so there may be an
That's when
ambulance
the hard
in the parking
stuff's going to be
lot.
coming out.
Right.
There may be an ambulance in the
Bring
Castleberry's
it.
parking lot, just so you know.
So the way we do it, the way we do our set, we don't do 4 sets. We only do 3.
3 1 hour?
No.
No.
The
Okay.
first set we do is about 10 songs. So
Okay.
45 minutes.
warm-up set.
45 minutes to an hour. The second set is 16 songs.
Long, yeah.
Okay.
Because that's the time when most people are arriving to the bar,
Right.
and hanging out at the
Decisions
bar.
are being made. Am
Right.
I here or am I leaving?
Right.
Right.
Decisions
so
are being made.
so
Decisions,
so that
decisions.
set will be 90 to 100 minutes long,
Okay.
and then we'll take another short break, and then we'll finish out the night, which
Okay.
could be, depending on how the night goes, could be 6 songs, could be 8 songs, could be 10 songs, but
Just
it depends. I try to front load it because normally when we're done with the second set, it's late. We've hit a lot of stuff.
Well, you start usually at 9.
Yep.
So you're doing an hour. Then you're taking, what, 20 minutes?
The 20,
about
yep,
Okay,
20,
and then you're doing an
25.
hour and a half.
Right.
So now you're sitting at almost 11.
Right.
Right when you
Because
go,
when you
get
take
ready
that,
to do set 3.
when you play that long set,
Well, no,
That's
we're
when people
usually
normally leave, if
around.
you take
Yeah,
that
I mean,
break.
we're usually around 12 o'clock by.
Oh,
12,
really? Oh, I guess with
12:15.
the breaks. Okay.
Yeah, with the breaks, it's like 12:15.
Okay.
When we start that last set.
But it's cool because the
Yeah.
beginning is like if you're just looking to listen to some music, nothing too heavy, kind of dancey, kind of
Right.
poppy, you do the first
Yeah.
set. If
Yeah.
you're looking to kind of do the hair metal, we're getting into the real, getting into the
Cinderella.
heavier stuff, right?
Yeah.
You come to the middle set.
Yeah.
And if you're seriously into the rock and roll stuff and you're ready to get your face rocked off, then you stay for the last set.
Yes.
Which is good because I'd imagine your fans know that. I would expect that you have some fans that go to hear
Yeah.
Everybody Wants You.
Right.
And you have other fans that go to hear The Trooper.
right.
And
Right.
they may not be the same.
We had this girl
bands.
come up to us one time at the booth and says, "Are you guys playing the Iron Maiden?" We're like, "Yeah, but it's at the end." She waited
Oh wow!
all night
Okay,
to hear
Yeah.
the Trooper.
okay.
She waited all night. She
That's
loved it.
very
And she
cool.
came right up and was banging her head all night.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I definitely have to go and get to see. So with you not rehearsing, sorry, I'm pulling you back to what I said before.
That's
with
fair.
you not rehearsing, how often are you adding songs? Like I know you have 2 you're pulling out this weekend. Like we added.
It
what's-
depends.
How we doing?
It depends on the song. We might say, okay, hey everybody, let's start working on this next song, and we'll give ourselves a few weeks to do it. Because like I said, we all have families, we
Sure.
all have jobs, and all that kind of stuff.
He's looking at you like few
Well,
weeks.
and
what
being
is
a
that?
rhythm guitar player, I have to learn all that intricate picking. You know, it took me like 2 weeks to learn "Love Ain't No Stranger." All that intricate
because
stuff.
there's a bunch of stuff.
Even
in
Unchain
there.
the Night
Right,
from
yeah.
Dokken. You know, even if just because it's a 30-second part in the beginning, I have to
still
get
gotta do
the
it.
picking right.
It has to be right.
It's got to be
And it's
right.
interesting you said that because I wouldn't have thought the rhythm guitar is the hard part. But hold on, don't answer that. We're going to take a 2-second pause. You'll see why in just a minute. But I want to come right back to that because I have a rhythm guitar question.
Okay.
So hang
right.
tight. So we're back. Obviously, I had to switch because I had no chair. I was waiting for my chair to come, so I had to keep looking at the phone. And now, Mark, you look amazing.
Thank you.
You guys look so good now.
Thank you.
Wow. I'm
It's
still
the
going to
hat.
call you Joey. It's the hat and mask all. So where we left off was I was going to say, you mentioned rhythm guitar and how hard like Unchain the Night and some of these parts are. I never would have thought rhythm guitar and like, no rudeness intended, only a drummer. I never would have thought like, oh, that's a complicated part. I always think the rhythm guitar is the guy you see at like acoustic jam
Drumming
night.
away.
Yeah, just you know,
Right.
just
No.
blinking away. So you've got some complicated stuff you've got to do
Yeah.
too. Now you
Light
can
swing.
play lead
Just a little bit.
because you said you're doing Roadhouse Blues.
I do Roadhouse Blues and I do Night Train. I do
And-
the Izzy Stratton part.
Okay.
But you know, like I said, my other guitar player. There's no need for me to play any
No need for
lead.
you to do it.
You know, I'll take. You know, it's funny because a shredder like the way he is lacks in rhythm, and I've seen that in a lot of lead players that just shred their face off, but they kind of lack rhythm. Mm-hmm. They can play
Well,
rhythm.
it's a different mentality.
They can play rhythm, but they kind of lack timing a little bit and just little things. I can't play lead, so and I admit it, I can't play lead.
Well, it's
But-
a different thing.
I like rhythm because that's the song. So if you're gonna play a song, well, here's the song, and I want to play it. We try and play the songs pretty close to what they are. We try not to stray away from the original version.
Well, especially if you're learning them remote.
Right.
I mean, you got to pick a recording and learn it.
We did do Alice Cooper. We were doing Schools Out.
Okay.
But we did the live version that he did. This was a few years ago.
is many years
And
ago.
in the middle of the live version, he goes into "We don't need
Yeah,
another brick
the
in the
wall.
wall."
We don't need a sure.
So that's how we were doing it. But it was the
Cool.
live version. And it was cool. We played that for a while, and then we cut it.
well,
you
some
know.
things just wear out.
Yeah.
And you can
Something's
see
where
the crowd it wears out sometimes too, where you're like, they loved it the first time you did it. Now it's
Right.
been 6 months and they don't care anymore.
Right.
Yes.
So away it goes. It's actually funny when I played. Do you guys play Mark's in Daytona? That's kind of in your neck of the woods.
No.
So we used to play there, and he had a big sign on the wall that said "No Crazy Bitch." It had "Crazy Bitch" with the circle and a line. You're not allowed to do
Yeah.
that. And
I totally
and
agree.
now, like, so, what happened is over time, nobody did it, and now I saw a Torn show, and they do it,
Right.
and the crowd goes nuts,
Right.
because they haven't heard that song in 6 years,
Right.
because nobody does that. So some of the songs you're killing, you know, like you mentioned "Man in the Box"
Yeah.
earlier, right?
I actually have in my backyard by my fire pit. I have a sign that says "No Man in the Box" with a circle and a slash through it.
Oh, so you're serious about that?
Oh, I'm serious
But
about
every,
it.
Okay.
every time he sang it, though, was you always sang it that he's the guy down the block.
Ah,
And instead
okay.
of "Save Me," it would be "Shave Me."
Nice.
So
it was your own version anyway.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
remix.
You know, it was a little
Well, yeah, you know,
different.
people love that song, but I've seen a million bands do it, and I've seen about 5 bands do it justice.
Didn't they have to sign
It's
a
hard.
contract that we have to play that song? Wasn't it like a Florida, you know?
I used to say
Used to say.
that we're required. It's in the Florida State statute that every cover band plays this song.
Man in the
Man in the Box.
Yeah, Man in the
I will
Box.
tell you, Midnight Mayhem has never played Man in the Box. So they may drive us out
You're
of town.
one up
so
on us.
They'll drive us out. So we know that's the song you hate. There's got
I
to be.
actually like the song.
Oh, you just don't like doing it.
I just don't like doing it. Yeah.
So what's the 2 favorites? Like, what's each of your favorite songs on the set list? Is there something every time you get up to do it, you're like, this is gonna be awesome?
I like playing Shoot to Thrill.
Okay.
And
Easy,
him,
easy.
when it comes to playing Shoot to Thrill, his vocals just, he sometimes when I'm playing it, he just, like, towards the end of the song, where he gets heavier and heavier in vocals, it just kind of gives me chills.
That's awesome.
Because his vocals just are ridiculous. And he nails Brian Johnson to a T. We do For Those About to Rock, We Salute You, same thing. You
Nice.
know, he just nails
And
Brian
those
Johnson
are all hard
parts.
songs.
I like the 2 songs for me. One is Rock and Roll Band by
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
Boston.
sure.
Boston, we do Boston.
I like that one because that's the hardest one for me to
For
sing.
you to sing, okay.
That's the one where if my voice isn't just 100% on point,
You'll just wave it off.
no, I won't wave it off.
Oh, really?
But
Okay.
but I'll expect a little every now and again or something like that, you know. And the other is Barracuda, because I never have unless I'm sick, I never have a worry on singing that song, and it's not the hardest song to sing. It's probably the 6th or 7th hardest song
The
to
crowd
sing
must
for me.
love it when you do that.
But I love watching people who've never seen us play before. I love watching their face when the song starts and they're like,
Uh-oh.
this big guy is going to sing this song.
Well, no disrespect. When you were like, oh yeah, we play Hart and Pat Benatar, and I'm looking around like, so who's doing that? Because I didn't expect, you just don't think it. You're a big guy, you don't think you're going to be wailing away on Pat
And then in
Benatar.
the first verse where there's that first high note, I see him go,
Okay.
and then the second high note, they go, you know? And then I've taken that song and made it my own. I mean, I sing it faithful to the song for the most part, but at the end of the song, where her little part is just and that's it.
Yep.
I hold it out.
He goes.
I like Jeff Tate.
Nice.
I do like a Jeff Tate type of thing to it.
Nice.
And
He holds it almost for all those measures.
yeah,
Oh my God.
you know, and that always gets people like, oh my God, I can't
That's
believe
very, very cool.
Yeah.
Very. Like I said, I'm excited to see a show for sure. So
It'd
now,
be great if you come down.
now I know. So you had a band before this for a little bit.
Yep.
You had Unchained Chaos.
that. Yes.
I ask every band that comes on. There's got to be at least one. Oh my God, you'll never believe this happened. Story from one of these bands.
We had we were at the Boot Hill one time.
Is this your band or is this?
Yeah,
Jack
this
Knight?
is Jackknife.
Okay.
We were at the Boot Hill one time. I think it might have been the first time we played there, and it was packed. And there was this guy. He was a pretty big guy with a pretty big girl. He was swinging this girl from her legs.
While they're dancing.
They would. Well, yeah, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
He was swinging her, and I thought she was going to whack her head on the ground.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm swinging her back and forth, and everyone moved out of the way. And then another time, Boot Hill also, my bass player's amp, something happened, and we turned. It was like the second song in, and I go, "You smell smoke? Smell like a wire fire." His amp went on fire.
Like
We thought we were burning the Boot Hill down,
Oh shit. Okay.
so we had to stop, and then he had to run directly.
Years ago, probably almost 20 years ago, I was playing in Ocala at this bar, and we were playing, and there was a girl out there dancing, and then she's talking to this other girl, and we're playing, and I'm watching, and you know, I can't hear what they're saying, but the physicality of it is getting worse and worse, and they just go on, and it's on, and this one girl decks this girl, knocks her down on the ground, gets on top of her, grabs her head, and goes boom, boom, boom on the floor. I could hear it
You give me a headache.
and feel it through the music. I could hear it and feel it. We stopped.
she at least in
and
time?
we stopped. I don't
Right,
know.
at least in
It was nuts. And another time I played, we started playing some song. I don't remember what it was. And this girl was so excited. She was way off to the side. She was so excited when we started playing the song. She comes running out to the dance floor and falls on her ass. And it was I couldn't stop laughing.
Right. You don't want to.
I
You
couldn't
don't-
sing because I was too busy laughing.
Well, we played Bike Week at Main Street Station one year, and we had the main stage, and we were playing, and this girl just came up on stage and started shoving dollar bills down everyone's shirts. You remember that? When she started shoving dollars down her shirts, and she's like, "Hell yeah!"
Okay.
And she just walked off
You
the
getting
stage.
paid? You know. Okay.
And I had my friend Melissa come up. She never sang with us. She's a fantastic singer. And we wanted to do Close My Eyes Forever. And I wanted her to come up and do the leader part. So, you know, the band's kind of leery because they don't know her. They
Sure,
don't
they
know
don't
how
know
to
they're
sing.
getting.
She came up for Bike Week, nailed it.
Yeah, because we've had different girls come up and sing that. Lots of times I just sing both parts.
Right. Sure.
You know.
We even had Dina Medeiros come out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We played Hard Rock Hotel, and it was the opening for the Daytona 500.
She got a great voice.
So we had all the race
Yeah.
teams and the VIP. We had people dancing in the balconies and stuff.
Heck
And
yeah.
she came up and she sang Close My Eyes with us. And
That's
she had a great
awesome.
time.
Yeah,
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 She's got a great voice.
She's great, Dina. I think she's in Jamaica right now.
Really?
She's in Jamaica
I
right
didn't know
now.
that she went
What's
away.
up, Dina?
There you go. There you go. Free plug for Dina Madeira.
There you go.
So you mentioned Unchained Chaos.
Yes.
Was supposed to. I'm going to let you tell it, but they opened up for a bunch of big bands.
Yeah,
all because you didn't open up for a big band.
Yeah, and we.
Right? I mean, that's kind of how that goes.
Yeah. We were supposed to open up for Foreigner at Silver Springs. It was the very first rock concert they'd ever had at Silver Springs. They've always only had country music. And so we saw on MySpace maybe. That's how long ago it was.
Sure.
It might have been MySpace.
Craigslist.
And we heard on the radio and stuff that Foreigner was coming. And I had heard, we'd seen and heard through the grapevine of local Ocala country people who would go and have the gig opening for the big act.
For sure.
And so my drummer at the time, he was the guy who booked the band. Mm-hmm. He called Silver Springs and said, "Yeah, I would like to speak with the person who books the bands." And they said, "Okay, hold please." and he got to the guy and he told him, "Look, hey, this is my band. This is what we do. We play rock and you are you gonna have somebody opening for Foreigner?" And he said, "Well, yeah, we're thinking about it. Let me get back to you." So he did his due diligence, checked us out, watched videos and things like that, and he called us back and said, "Here's the gig. Let's do it." And so we were thrilled, and we advertised for it all over the place and everything else. A week before the gig, we got a call from the guy and said, "Look, Foreigner says no go, no opening act. I'm really sorry." And we were totally bummed out about it, irritated about it as well because of all the advertising that we did.
Right.
Now we
hyped it up, and
now
we're
everybody
sorry.
we're like everybody probably thinks we're just full of shit, But the guy said, "Look, if this show goes well, and I expect it to, we're gonna bring in more rock bands, and we will have you come and open." So he stayed true to his word. We ended up opening for Loverboy. We ended up opening for 38 Special. Grand Funk Railroad.
Kicks?
Well, that was not at Silver Springs.
Oh, okay.
So we ended up doing those gigs there, and then we got a gig opening for Great White in Ocala, and we opened for Firehouse at Route 46 in Sanford, and we opened for LA Guns at the Shovelhead.
That's crazy.
I think that's
well.
about
What caught my ear is earlier when we were talking about this, they were smart enough, because Unchained Chaos was a rock band,
right,
to not have you open for America.
Right. Yes. So my drummer and I had a side project with a girl who played acoustic guitar and sang, and
great singer.
She's a great singer. And so I played an acoustic bass and he played drums, and the both of us we did like a dual lead vocalist thing. We called it 3 Martini Punch.
Nice.
And we played a few gigs around. It didn't last too long, but they offered us, because Unchained Chaos was not a fit, they offered us that gig for America because it was a little more of a light rock.
It fit.
Yeah, light. We did like the Eagles and
Right, you
Bryan
were the perfect
Adams
mix.
and stuff like that.
I'll tell you a funny story that I have not told before. So there's a local guitar player. He's now 21, 22. He may even be older, named Ben Torres. Mm-hmm. Kid is unbelievable. Can sing, can play. I mean, just really good. He's 15 years old, and he wins a radio contest to open for the Little River Band at a big show. I don't even remember where we were. And big show. Talking stage, jumbotrons, 10,000 people kind of thing.
Wow.
And he needs a band. He knows, at the time, I think it was our singer, Dan Powell, he still sings with Fireside, has his own band, his own duo. The guy's fantastic. And he knows Dan or something. I don't remember how we connected, but he asks Almost Unknown to be his backup band. Almost Unknown is playing Breaking Benjamin, Godsmack, Tool.
Hard rock band.
Oh, yeah. And, our bass player, Will, another one of my favorite humans, Mohawk up to here in blue. In blue. I mean, we're a metal band. We say sure. Right? We take the gig. So, forgetting all the chaos that lead up to it, we go up to open for Little River Band, and we have heard the other music, and we're like, oh no, we're gonna be booed off the stage because we're really good, but we don't play this.
Right.
So we get up on stage, have a fantastic time. Crowd was cool with it. We did Talk Dirty to Me, Rebel Yell, we had toned down a little bit.
Right.
And the guy on the side of the stage goes, you guys got one more. And Dan, who's a great frontman, big built guy, good looking dude. They always love him out front.
Yeah.
And he turns to this crowd and goes, you guys want one more? And me and the guitar player were both like, oh, they're going to yell no. but they didn't, and we got to play our song. But when you said you didn't do America, I'm like,
right.
We should not have done Little River Band, but we didn't know any better,
right?
And we wanted to play in front of 10,000 people.
Well,
they flew Navy jets over to start the national anthem.
Oh,
this was a huge thing, and so we had a great time. But when you said, oh yeah, they didn't give us America, I'm like, man, they shouldn't have given us. They shouldn't have given Almost Unknown, but the crowd liked us, so we got away with it.
Right.
So Castleberry Saturday night.
Yes.
9:30, 1:30?
Yep.
Okay, and I hear the bands are outside now.
Yeah, they moved it.
So you're going to be outside, right?
We'll be outside, I guess, yeah.
Now, if it rains, do they put you inside or you
No,
use it off?
she said that you won't get wet. I already talked to Sweets. And
It
she
won't
said,
get wet.
no, you won't get wet. Everything is covered.
What about the crowd?
I have no idea.
Are we going to get wet?
I have no idea.
If we're going to get wet,
From
I'm just
what
going
she
to
had
back
told
the
me,
ambulance up and we're going to sit inside.
She told me last week that the owner was going to do something with the stage and make it longer so the crowd can't get up to the stage area, but
they can be under a roof.
Under a roof, yeah.
Okay.
So they were supposed to be doing it for this weekend. So
Okay.
hopefully, fingers crossed that it was done.
Well, and I don't think it's supposed to rain this weekend. Although it's Florida, it's never supposed to rain.
Is it 3 o'clock yet?
All right, well, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm going to be in my ambulance because I'm coming from Fredster's.
All right.
And I think I'm going to get there right for the heavy set.
Yeah.
Because we're 8 to 11 and you're till 1:30.
Yeah.
So by the time I get out of there, it'll be 11:30 midnight.
Right.
I'll be to you right about.
Wait, you play till 11?
We're 8 to 11.
And you'll be out of there by 11:30? How is that possible?
So Fredster's. I'm a big Fredster's fan. If you haven't been there, it's a huge stage. They have bands on there that are like 12, 15 pieces.
Wow.
So it's a big stage. We bring our PA. They used to let bands use their PA. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But we're in-ear like you.
Mm-hmm.
We have no stage amps. I use an electronic drum set that loads in
So
and
does
out
my
on one
drummer.
trip.
Yep.
Yep.
In one trip. It literally takes us half an hour to 45 minutes to get out of the club at the end of the night. All we have are 2 subs and 2 mains.
Right.
Depending on what we're playing, sometimes
Right.
4 subs or whatever, but 2 subs, 2 mains. And there's no stage amps. I mean, we just kind of wrap up the wires, pull the digital snake, and
We'll see you at 11:30.
Well, we get out 11:30. I'm thinking I'm going to get to you around midnight.
All right.
But I'm excited. I'm going to
You'll have
finally
an
get.
hour and
I've
a
been
half.
trying to get to see you forever, and you're never out my way. I'm
Right.
hoping. So all the club owners watching, right? We got Chris at the Alley. We got Deanna at Post Time, who was here last week. Hi, Deanna. You would not play some of the clubs that watch. Like if you went into Cafe Murano, people would literally die.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be a fit over there. But we have clubs that watch here that you would be really good for that are booking Torn, another one of my favorite
Right.
bands.
Yeah.
Rocket Fly,
We've
Papa
been friends
Wheelie.
with Torn for a long time.
You know,
They're
right.
Ocala.
Anything anybody who's booking, Overkill, Papa Wheelie, Rocket Fly,
Right.
Crash Rocket, all those phenomenal bands.
Yeah.
They play right about what you play.
Yeah.
And you're kind of a new entity to our neck of the woods.
It's funny because Torn and Jackknife are the 2 hard rock party bands of Ocala.
Are there a lot of bands in Ocala?
There are.
I feel
But
like
there's not many places really to play in
Yeah.
Ocala.
We got First and Last Tab.
Yep.
You got OCC Roadhouse.
No, that's in St. Pete.
Oh, I'm sorry. There is a Callahan's maybe. There's
O'Callahan's.
a biker.
O'Callahan's.
Oh,
That
Callahan's.
was the old Tilted Kilt.
Yep.
Okay, so that's out by you.
Yep, we
Yep.
played there.
And then I
before
want to
many
say there's
times.
another one.
Charlie Horse.
That's it. Those are the 3 that
We'll
I
be
see.
at the Charlie Horse next weekend.
And then there's a 4th one that's not in Ocala, but
the county
the
line.
county line.
We play at the
County
county
Line
line,
Bar.
which is
Okay.
a smokehouse. Great stage, big dance floor. Food is fantastic.
Yeah.
And that's Ocala too.
That's
It's
Wearsdale.
Ocklawaha or Wearsdale, but it's
about
it's
20
right on
minutes
the
down
county
road.
line of Marion County and Lake County.
Okay.
So it's south of Ocala, about 20 miles.
We've been debating playing something out there. My general rule is if it's more than an hour away, I don't drag the band to it.
Right.
That's kind of my general rule.
Right.
But I feel like this is like an hour and 15.
Right.
And I keep hearing
Yeah.
how much they love live music.
Yep.
But so we're considering heading out your way at some point.
Yeah.
You know, we'll have to come open for you. Warm 'em up.
For us, you know, there's not enough gigs there, so we
Right.
have to go.
To Daytona.
To Daytona,
Port Orange, we played
yeah.
the Doghouse.
Yeah,
you
so
know.
the Boot Hill and all that's kind of a haul for you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
about an hour and a half.
Yeah, I know.
or
When
so.
Torn too, they
Yeah.
play some gigs like when they play the Alley.
Yep.
You know,
Right.
plus they roll in with a huge setup.
Right.
Right.
So I mean, by the time they get out, that's like a 4:30 in the morning roll up and go to bed.
Yeah.
Same
Kinda
thing with
deal.
us. By the
Yeah.
time we get home, it's 4:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm way
You
too
know.
old for that.
I don't like driving through the forest at night.
I'm way too
Keep
old.
an eye on
You
the
know, I
deer.
get up at 4 in the morning the rest of the week.
I know. Yeah, I'm
So
with you.
those nights are tough.
Yeah, and the deer, I'm sure, is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we not so much here, but when I lived up north, it wasn't uncommon to be driving home on a suburban road or whatever and have a deer jump the car.
Right.
They just run over the hood. Like, yes, I didn't even think about the fact you're cruising through that.
Yeah, I mean, we cruise through the forest on 40, and I mean, it's not an exaggeration to say you see 100 deer on the side of the road.
That's wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, like I said, I drive the ambulance, so it's gonna lose.
Right.
But I still wouldn't want to hit it.
No.
Like no. But I know a good body guy now.
I fixed a lot of
But I
cars that
know
got hit by
I know a good body guy
deer.
now. That's right. Well, I appreciate you guys coming out and doing it.
Well, I got something for you. Well, we got something for you.
Okay, cool.
And
So what is this?
it was one of our extras that I made too big. And I figured you could hang it up somewhere in your repertoire of,
Yeah, there's room in here.
in your repertoire.
Oh, you weren't kidding. That is a big one.
Yeah, we got you a big one.
All right, I'm gonna have to find a spot for this thing. Oh, I like the skull.
We got the big
Nice.
jackknife
Nice.
banner for you.
I will find a spot. I will
I
find
know
a
you
spot.
will, even if
Oh,
it's
yeah.
on the ceiling.
Oh no, there'll be a spot. We've got room. So
I
this
left
is
the little tabs in there for you too, so
Oh, very
however
cool.
you want to hang it,
awesome.
however
awesome,
you want
awesome.
to roll it up.
Thank
either.
you very, very much.
Like I
Yep.
said,
Hey, you know, I could have brought that Jack Chaos one.
yeah, the Jack Chaos one's like 12 feet.
Oh yeah, perfect. I just get a new building.
Yeah.
I hang it on the outside. Like I'll tell everybody when you come to the band crawl, turn left at the Jack
It's
Chaos
8
banner.
feet tall and 12 feet wide.
No.
Because that was like a little side project we did with Unchained Chaos plus members of Jackknife.
Right.
So we named it Jack Chaos.
Chaos.
So
I got
that didn't really last that long, but see, I got my.
Oh yeah,
Jackknife
and
logo.
same one as on the thing. Very cool.
And I know Thunder Road uses that too.
Really?
Yeah.
I appreciate you bringing me the banner.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna put it right here. I'm not even gonna put it in the box because then I won't put it out. I'll forget.
Yeah, give me that.
Right
I'll
there.
give you if you want the tabs.
I will take.
They're right
Awesome.
there.
Thank you, thank you. So thank you so much for squeezing it in.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you for having
And
us.
I'm definitely coming out. So don't you forget Saturday night. They're not often in our area.
No.
If you like rock and roll, a good time, a great party, a little hair metal, a little heavy metal, a little rock and roll,
Some beer drinking.
that's where you want to be. You
Beer
want to be
drinking,
there.
hell raising.
You want to be there right after you come see Midnight Mayhem, but you definitely
Yeah,
want to
that's
be
right.
there to go by and check them out. And we will see you all this
You can
weekend.
dance the night away and then rock out with us.
Done.
There you
Done.
go.
See you guys this weekend.
You got
Awesome.
it.
Thank you.
Thank you.